So we are closing in towards the end of the monsoon, but the rain gods were very generous upon us today here in Mumbai. As has been the entry-level ADV segment in India, which has the Himalayan, the Xpulse 200 and also the KTMs. And now Honda has something in its lineup which looks like an ADV. The new CB200X. Now if you want to look at the design in detail, we've got a walk-around video for that. For now, I think I'm looking at a great looking motorcycle. You could look at it as a trimmed down version of the larger CB500X or a Hornet that recently started lifting weights. So if you look at the equipment on board, it's got 37mm USD forks with 130mm travel in them, which aren't exactly specifications to go hardcore off-roading. Then it's got alloy wheels with tubeless tires which are more road friendly. So this is the same Hornet platform, the same Hornet engine, the Hornet which we know is a capable road bike. The difference that you get on this bike though are the raised handlebars, the capability to stand on the foot pegs if you like. Now this provides a little bit more versatility, a little bit more that you can do with the bike. If there is a really rough patch on the road, you don't really have to slow down and be very gentle. You can continue with your ride whilst having fun. Now the suspension has been set towards the plush side of the spectrum, which is relevant for a motorcycle which will be spending a lot of time on the road. Plus the seat cushion is a very comfortable place to be on, I'd say. And the seat height is a very friendly 810mm. So if you're 5.5 feet or less than that, you'll be comfortable with this bike. Now this added with the curb weight of the motorcycle makes sure that handling the bike, and by that I mean pulling it in and out of parking or taking very tight U-turns, it's never really a problem. Coming to the braking, you get disc brakes on both ends with a single channel ABS. About that, I'd say for a motorcycle in this segment with anything that's under 20 bhp, that is something I would be okay with not having ABS on the rear wheel, but it is a feature sought out after, and Honda could probably give it as an option perhaps for people who do want to fish out more money and get dual channel ABS. About the engine specifications, it is powered by the same 184cc single cylinder from the Hornet, which means the maximum output of 17 horsepower is available at 8500 RPM and a maximum torque value of 16 Newton meters at 6000 RPM. Now this translates to engine performance which is at its strongest in the mid of the RPM range. Do not be expecting a very strong grunt in the lower end of the rev range. Having said that, it is a very refined engine and vibrations are just not a concern up till 5-6,000 RPM. The gearbox in a very Honda fashion is smooth, just slight clicks every single time you shift gears, and it's never really a trouble finding neutral either. Now moving this along to what it is to handle this motorcycle on the road. Now we couldn't extensively ride this through city traffic, but it is promising performance as it feels very light on the handlebar and is quick to switch directions. Now it is an adventure style motorcycle, which means the handlebar is raised and it's quite wide. If this segment is something very new to you and you're just about stepping into it, the CB200X makes a lot of sense to familiarize yourself with a sitting stance which is slightly more commanding than a street fighter. Now I realize that Honda are not describing this as an adventure bike, but if you have something that looks like an ADV, you may be tempted to take it at least mild off-roading. And if there is an incident where you do drop the bike, which can happen to anyone, not just while off-roading, it could happen in the city as well, the first thing that's going to break are these handguards. Now the problem is that the indicators are integrated in them. So you break the handguard, you break the indicator, which would mean a bigger bill. So for the CB200X, you will have to shell out about 13,000 more than the Hornet, on which this motorcycle is based on. And realistically speaking, if you want a proper off-roader or if you want something strictly sensible for the road, there are more affordable options out there. What you get with this bike though are looks which I reckon are pretty good. It is a big looking motorcycle which I think is comparatively more imposing than its counterparts. And also there's the famous Honda reliability. It will support you for your weekend rides. It's a very comfortable place to be on. All in all, I'd say it's a complete package to go with that very cool looking riding jacket that you've always wanted. Thank you very much for watching. Do consider to subscribe if you like the video. Bye bye, take care.